Hi, welcome to the Me and My Bass series. Today, no gear, but part 2 of a little story about my background. A while ago, a friend of mine suggested to talk more about my musical background, so I continue where I ended part 1. My very first gig, which was no less in Paradiso, Amsterdam. If you haven't seen it, I urge you to do so. The link is up here. So we ended our first gig thinking that would be it. But then my phone rang, and one of the other bands that had played at the Grote Prijs organized an event at De Stip, Leidmarsgracht. That was the band Last Train from Drug Hill, and they had organized a night with a band called Gore. They asked us if we wanted to play and what our fee would be. The problem was, of course, that I didn't have an instrument or amplifier or anything. So quickly I bought a Chord short scale bass, also featured on this channel. Also I exchanged a dust covered amplifier and matching speaker cabinet from my friend Peter for a Commodore 64. After some practice we managed to do a 30-minute set, which we played that night. We just messed around and everybody loved it. On the night itself, I spoke with Maarten Marks, the guitar player of Last Train from Drug Hill, and he told me that he wanted to organize an evening at the Melkweg, Milky Way, with 3 bands that had been eliminated in the preliminaries of the Grote Prijs. We liked that idea also. The only problem was that Rob couldn't take time off, so we were without a singer. No problem. Vocals and drum machine recorded on a cassette tape, along with a fantastic introduction by Rob himself. Anyways, we even caught the attention of the music magazine Oor, the largest serious Dutch music magazine, which apparently got the joke, and they wrote a glowing review. At the end, we ended up with 2 more gigs. I don't know whose idea it was, probably mine, but we applied again for the Grote Prijs next year and made a second horrible demo. At least we stuck to our guns. Unfortunately, Rob quitted as vocalist, so we found a good friend from Michiel Huibwelken to step in. I also approached a second guitar player called Mark Swartz, which had an exceptional sense of music. He hears a song once and can play it a second time. He also had perfect pitch. Back to the lead up to the Grote Prijs. Yes, we secured for the second time a spot in the preliminaries again. Horrible word. Fortunately, we also had everyone from the organization with us. Ver Abrahams, the presenter, liked us a lot, and during the preparations they asked if we had a left or right-handed drummer. And that night we announced that our drum machine, Slasher, was the only left-handed drum machine in the world. The reactions were positive again. Here's a clip from that gig. And as a result, we went to the semi-finals. In the venue of the semi-finals, I was told that Lemmy from Motorhead, who played there a week before, had laughed his ass off over our name and had taken the promotional poster home. In the meantime, I was roadieing for a band in which my friend Mark played drums, the band called The Agents, and the singer helped us out a couple of times as being our sound man. He was with us at the semi-finals in Tilburg, and we thought it would be fun if we were announced that he walked onto the stage and would start singing the song Ticket to the Tropics, famous by another Dutch artist called Gerard Joling, which he did flawless. We would then look very disturbed and pretend not to know anything. However, nobody knew of this joke except the presenter of the evening, Marcel van Hilt, and maybe one other person, which led to that Arnold was being tackled heavily by the security, thinking someone had walked onto the stage without any permission. And he was escorted off, and then we started to play. We also did a famous Dutch Santa Claus song with some changed lyrics. which can be seen right here. In the end, we didn't reach the finals, of course, but we had some gigs in that lineup. Unfortunately, that didn't last too long. This lineup, I mean, Hype was more or less forced by his girlfriend to quit Blick Hunt, and also Michiel indicated that he had enough, bringing the band back to 2 people, Mark, Schwartz and me. Check back for part 3 for more hilarious stories. That's it for this episode. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and I hope I see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye bye.